We're going to start with a little Johnny Nash this morning. I can see clearly now, following along, seated or standing, but this portion's totally easy to do seated. We're not going to do anything with our legs anyways. So I would say if you want to be standing for the beginning portion, that's totally cool. If not, go ahead. Excuse me. Go ahead and be seated. Just really quickly going through some things again, a little checklist for yourself, for myself as well. Whatever type of seat you're in, whatever you have is awesome. Know that I want your feet to kind of be planted. I know you can't see them, but if my hands were my feet, plant those feet firmly into the floor so the whole foot's nice and grounded. And then we want to try and start seating up nice and tall. So when we're in this position, I don't want you to, be lounging around or in the back. I mean, you have to be where you are for today, but your goal should be to sit up with the best posture that you possibly can find this afternoon. I got a little cut on my lip, so I keep biting it. I'm sorry. It's going to get, I know as the class goes on, it's going to get irritated. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to start with our chin coming down into our chest, and you're going to let that neck come down. And then you're going to let that whole chest come even further forward. And then from there, we're going to pull it all the way back up. So we're not trying to, a misconception in this exercise is that we want to crunch in. So we want our whole body to crunch down, which we don't want to do because that's uncomfortable. What you actually want to do is lengthen up all the way to the side. No, this way. You want to lengthen up as much as you can. I'm going to pull this tight so you can see a little bit better. We want to sit up nice and tall, like a marionette or a puppet, and you got strings at the top of your head. Someone's pulling you up nice and tall. And even as we contract our head down, I want you to think, how can I lengthen into that position versus collapsing into that position? Yeah, the difference is that we're trying to elongate through our spine, so each vertebra has space to move versus, so we want to lengthen through our spine, instead of crushing them together. So as we come down, sitting up nice and tall, 1, down and down and down. We're going to do that 4 times, maybe 8, depending on how we feel. So contraction and lengthen, contract and lengthen. You'll do that 8 times. Then we're going to kind of do it to the side today. And I would suggest, like I said, those feet planted firmly into the ground. The wider your feet are, the better the base is for you, even in a seated position. You don't want to rock and fall out of your chair. You can also take your hands, if you have the ability, to grab onto the side of your chair if you need to, or place your hands on your knees, and you're going to contract to the side. Same thing here. We want to go up and out to lengthen instead of sinking down into our chair. Yeah, so you want to think over the top instead of underneath. So side bends, we'll do the same thing. Side, inside, inside, inside. We're going to take it slow, though. So we're doing all of this work. The main goal for you today in this exercise is to think about lengthening through your spine. I know that I'm repeating myself a bit, but that's really what I want you to think about. And even if you can only go so far today, that's fine. Just try and find that length, that space between each vertebra. All right, here we go. Just follow along with little curves from the front to the back. We'll add our head in too.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way.
Eddie coming forward. Down.
Gone are the dark clouds that
Up.
make me blind. It's gonna be bright,
Down.
bright, bright, sunshine.
And up. One more time.
Bright, sunshiny day.
3 more. 1.
I think I can make it now.
Touch tall.
Is gone.
2 more. Down.
All of the bad feelings
Up.
have disappeared.
1 more.
Here is that rainbow I've
Up.
been praying for.
Now we're gonna go to the side.
It's gonna be bright, bright, bright.
Other side. Down. Side. Sitting up tall. Pull your shoulders. Forward towards the camera like you're gonna swim some laps in the pool. Swing backwards, backstroke. They're gonna come all the way up, up. Open. Again. Open them up, nice and sunshiny in today. Good. I'll leave my chair there. Wait for our next song to come up. So, we're gonna go back to this nice lengthened tall position. I'm gonna scoot my chair back so you can see a little bit better. We're gonna take our hands up through 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now from here, this can be a little bit tricky. What I want you to do is lengthen one arm and then the other. So if we're here today, just stretching one then the other, that's totally fine. If you want to add a little bit of a side bend or a pull down with the opposite arm, so this arm's going up and your other arm's coming down and you're side bending, that's fine too. You'll find nice length through your outside of your body. Either way though, you can still find that side bend when that arm reaches up. So your arms are gonna come up, 1, 2, and 3, 4, you're gonna 5, and switch, and switch, and switch. And then our hands are gonna come up and open, like we're sunbathing our chest and our head into the sun. Open them up. And then you're gonna come back down. And then our hands are gonna come back and we're gonna repeat the whole thing again. So you'll do your reaches, and then you'll open your chest up. I have what's called a little arch going on, a high arch. And if you can't, just lift your chin up. But from here, you can open that chest up so that this is coming up. And that chair back behind you is really important to support your back. So you can have that chair behind you to support. Yet again, we talked about this, that lengthening of a vertebra. I don't want to collapse into my back for this exercise. I want my back to try to be as straight as possible. My hands are coming up. We'll do our reaches, and then we're going to open and lengthen through the top of our head. Up, 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 and down. And then we'll repeat that a few times. Today's focus is on our vertebra and our back and trying to get our spine and our muscles in our back to really lengthen out versus finding all that contracted. Yeah. Because I know I talked about this last week, sitting at my computer desk doing my work or whatever I'm doing. This is my posture sometimes. See how low I am right now, which is not good for me, but we want to try and fix that a little bit by finding nice length through our belly, our chest, our vertebra, and our back, and through our neck, and pressing our shoulders down. All right, here we go. You'll go bring your arms up. We'll do our reaches. We'll open our hands up to the ceiling, and then we'll repeat. This is one that if you wanted to do standing, you could do this exercise standing, but the backwards opening of your chest can be a little bit unsteady. So I would suggest if you do it standing, just open those arms and don't lean back, because that lean back could take you back too far and we could stumble, and we don't want to do that. So if you want to do this one standing, you totally can. Just be very careful when you open those arms that we don't lean too far back. Here we go. All right. get our music ready. Sit them nice and tall. Our hands will rise up to create that arch. Here we go. Arms coming up. One. Then the other. And then again. Arms up and open. And we just keep bringing them up. Reach. Stop. Stop. Hands up, up. Open up. One more time. We come up. And reach. And reach. And reach. Three more. Three. One. Hands coming up. Up. And forward. And forward. Up. We're going to go to rolling that shoulders again. Get the shoulders back. Follow along with my arms. We bring them up. Hold. Open one side. Get out. Other side. Open. Like you've got the left wing or cape on efforts. Get out. You're gonna fly your plane. Side. Side. You can add a little bounce. Or more. 4. A 3. A 2. A 1. Good. Cross your arms across the body. Give it a nice squeeze. Reach those fingertips out and away. Switch sides. Reach those fingertips out and away from you. Let's lengthen our fingertips. Back open a second, open. Plus one over top. Elbow. Try and grab your elbow. You can't grab your elbow. You can grab anywhere in your arm. Your wrist can be a fold. Hold it back up.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Shoulder to middle rub. Other side. Up and down.
Kiss.
Good. Rub through your legs. Good. All right. It's already playing our next song. Our next song is our feet song. It's going to get our lower body moving. You're more than welcome to do this standing or seated today. We're going to start with walking through our feet. I'm going to do it standing today, I think. You can do it seated. Everything we're going to do can be done in a chair. But I'm going to do it standing today. So you're going to start by walking on your right or left leg, doesn't matter, because you're going to probably mirror me anyways. So you're going to walk toe, heel first. So my toes are going to strike the ground first, and then my heel will. It will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You'll do 8 more. 3 or 4 more, sorry. 2, 1. So those are just really planting through the floor with your toes and your heels. Really finding that toe heel strike. Boom, 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 boom. And then after that, we'll reverse it with heel toe strike. So how we normally would walk. heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. You'll do 8 of those as well. So we have our toe heel strikes, striking with our toe first, 8 of them. And then we have our heel toe strikes, striking with our heel first. We'll do 8 of those. Yeah. And then we're gonna travel around or in place if you're in the chair. So you'll do your toe heels. Is the last thing that the heel toes is the last thing that we did. Then you'll travel around the room however you want. I want you to pick a mode of transportation today, whether it be car, plane, helicopter, roller skates, whatever your favorite mode of transportation was, maybe when we were younger, or if you had like a sport that you played. So however you are visualizing yourself. So for me, I could even just do a car. So driving in our car, we go walk around 1, 2, and 3, 4. Driving your car around the space for 8 counts. It's pretty simple. Just getting your brain attached to what we're gonna start working with today. Also remember, if you're doing it seated in your chair, shabam, you will do the whole thing seated. You could drive your car, you could fly your plane, you could ride a horse with a lasso, however you want to do it. And you could be in place doing that. You could still walk and lasso with a horse. Yeah, you could ride a jet ski or a snowmobile, whatever you want. So seated is just as applicable or capable as standing. Let me move that out of the way. Where are we at? So we do our toe heel strikes, our heel toe strikes. We move around the room, and then we're gonna just do a little like bends in our knees that we've done before. So you'll follow along. Here we go.
But I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg, please, for your sympathy, I don't mind.
Ready? Walk in place. Down. Toe. Heel. Toe. Heel. Come on. You'll go. We have one.
But if I have to cry to keep you, I don't mind.
More.
If it'll keep you by my side.
And you're around the place.
Sweet darling, don't
Go
let
on.
me hurt you. Ain't you proud of me, baby? Please don't leave me, girl.
We're gonna start over. Go back. Down. 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 4 more. 4.
Even this I can stand, 'cause I wanna keep you.
No stop. Here we go. 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 4 more. 4. One. Up.
Love so deep in the pit of my heart,
Open
and
up.
say it grows more and more.
Again.
I'm
Arms
not
up.
ashamed to come and plead to you, baby.
Open them up.
It keeps you from walking out
Up
that
and
door.
up.
Ain't you proud, baby? No, don't leave me, girl.
Again.
Proud to please, baby. Don't leave me, girl.
Shoulders up and down. And down, last one, up. Good job. Make sure we pause the music. Good, 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 good. All right, let's go on. We're gonna move into our plies today. So that means our legs are gonna get used to doing some bending and stretching. Yet again, that relationship between standing up nice and tall is just as important now as it ever was. So it can be hard when we're at a chair, especially if your chair is low like mine. It's hard for me to stand up nice and tall. That's okay. If you need to be lower down, that's totally fine. Don't stress about that, okay? But we're gonna think through our bending through our knees. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Bend those knees, stand up. Nice and tall. Good. Now from there, we're going to, sorry, I had a brain fart. You're going to step open to your side. Open. You're going to bend your knees. Bend. You're going to come up and you're going to close. And then you're going to go back the way you came from. Open. Bend. Up. Close. And then we're going to go the opposite direction. So you're going to do 2 in one direction, kind of is how it ends up working out. Open. Bend those knees. Up and close. Back. Open. Bend your knees. And up and close. This can all be done with a chair in front of you. This can be done seated as well, where if I'm doing it seated, I'm going to think of going up on my toes. I'm in a bad spot. I'm going to think of going up on my toes every time. Instead of going down, my toes are going to come up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And we'll do 4 of those. Here we go. There or standing, bend. 1.
A man walks down the street, he says, why am I soft in the middle now? Why am I soft in the middle? The rest of my life is so hard. I need a photo opportunity. I want a shot of redemption. Don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Bone digger, dogs in the night. Far away, my
Other way.
Mr. Beer Melly, get these mutts away from me, you know. I don't find this stuff amusing.
Other way.
If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. I can call you Betty. Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. A man walks down the street, he says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention, and oh, my nights are so long. Where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model now that my role model is gone? Duck back down the alley with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. All along, there were incidents and accidents. There were hints and allegations. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. I can call you Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out.
Cool. So now, we've talked a lot about our ups and downs, and I think one of the steps that we kind of don't do a lot in is going up on our toes and finding a little bit of balance there. And I think that's for good reason, but I think we could do that in our seat today. So what I want you to think about is finding a seat somewhere. Hopefully you have a chair that you can sit down on or a bench or something. And we're gonna look and really investigate through our feet and our ankles today. So we have our ankles that we have all this touching in, this availability for us. We're gonna do a little pretend tap dance today. So you're gonna take your toe on whatever foot and you're gonna tap it 8 times. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're gonna bring it in. And then you're gonna do the other foot. We're actually only gonna do 7, and then we'll bring it in on the count of 8. So you'll do 7 taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You'll bring it in on 8. And your goal is to really get that articulation in that ankle. You want your feet to have that flexion and extension in them. So flexing them up and extending them down and tapping that toe. Boom. That should be your goal for your tapping today. Yeah. And after we do our toes, we'll do toes. We're then going to go to our heels. So you're still going to have the flexion and extension, but it's going to come up. Your toes will stay on the ground. Your heels will lift up. You want to make that You don't want to slam your heel into the floor, but you want to have enough emphasis that it makes a little bit of a noise. If you have a hardwood floor, if you're on carpet, you won't hear it. That's okay. So we have 8 toe taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on each foot, and then we go to our heel taps. 8 on each foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're just gonna cut that all in half. So we're gonna go 8, 4, 2, 1s. 1s are gonna be a little bit tricky because you're gonna go 1, 1, 1, 1. So it'll look like right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. We're really thinking now about still sitting up nice and tall, but finding the mobility through our ankles and our knees, making all those noises. So 8 toe taps each foot, 8 heel taps each foot, and then repeat the whole thing, cutting it in half every time. So we go 8, 4, 2, 1s, and like I said, the 1s are each foot once, and then it repeats toe, toe, heel, heel. Great, let's try it. Toe taps, heel taps, 8, 4, 2, 1s. Sorry. We're gonna play that funky music. Here we go, a little Wild Cherry. Let's start by finding the rhythm with our legs and our knees. Now we go to our right foot. 1, 7. Other foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 to our foot.
Yes, I did. To just go down and check out the show.
Other heel, go. Now we got a 4 toe tap. 4. 2. Other foot. 4. 4. 1, 4. Got 2. 1, 2. 1. 2 heels. 1. 2 heels. 1. 1. 1. Heel. Heel and close. Toe. Toe. Heel back to our sitting back.
I'd be so foolish. How could I? To not see I was the one behind.
Doing like a couple of time marks back.
So still I kept on fighting. Well, losing every step of the way.
Now we're gonna go.
I said I must go back there. I got to go back and check to see if things still the same. Yeah, they were dancing and singing and
Now it's going to get back there. 1.
just when it hit
We're gonna back.
somebody turned around and shouted, play that funky music, right, boy.
Goes.
Play that funky music, right.
Go back. Other one.
Play that funky music, right, boy.
Goes. 1.
Lay down the boogie and
1.
funky music
Goes.
till you die. Till you die.
1. 2.
Oh,
1. 1. 1. Close. Go. Go. 2 more. Go. Back to the right. Alternate. Right. And left. Or left. And right.
now first it wasn't easy.
A little bit faster.
Changing rock and roll and mine.
After the hand.
Things were getting shaky. I thought I'd have to leave it behind.
A little bit faster.
But now it's so much better. It's so much better. I'm funkin' out in every way.
Good job. Little faster breaks today. Pause that for us. Good. So I know that double time speed got a little quick for us today, but I hope it was okay. It's about halfway through class, so I like to always give us that time to get a water break right now. So go ahead and get a sip of water, use the restroom if you need to, get a Kleenex, do anything you need for the next minute or two. It's always a good time to get a water break. Make sure we're staying hydrated. I was speaking to you and I forgot I muted myself. Whoopsies. Okay, cool. We are going to do a little full circle today. So, for those of you that don't know, I am part of a company called Take Root. I don't have a shirt with me today. Nope, I don't have, oh, maybe I do in the back. Anyways, our Take Root emblem. So Take Root is a company that I dance with. I've danced with them for a very long time now. They put me through my training for Dance for Parkinson's. But their whole idea is being rooted into the community and then also growing out and branching out, being helpful everywhere that we can. So our logo is a tree, which is very fitting, and it's got all the roots into the ground, and it's nice and a luscious tree with all these big branches. So we're gonna kind of do a little tree dance today to kind of simulate the rooting ourselves into the ground for stability, and then also growing out and sharing support and shade and giving back to all the things that have been given to us. So very important that we root ourselves into the floor today. So I want you to be very grounded into the floor with those feet. Think about pushing those feet down nice into the floor. And imagine your root system is branching out long and far through so your toes can be that root system, your balls of your feet, your heels, all of those things are really grasping into the ground. If you have shoes on, grasp through your shoes. If you have socks on or barefoot in the space that you're in right now, even better. If not, that's okay. I've got shoes on. So we are going to really push down through our feet, but we're going to start into that position that we were talking about earlier, where we're like a little contracted or slouched. So that contracted slouch. Now, as we root ourselves into the floor, we're going to grow up tall and long. We're going to grow 1, 2, and 3, 4. And as I do that, I'm planting my feet firmly into the ground. Boom, 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 boom. From here, I'm going to take one arm and it's going to come up however you want it to. Like it can come up through your body, it can come up through your arm, it can come out any way you want. And that's how we're going to grow our branches today. So we're going to start with that contraction down. You're going to take your time to grow nice and long. 1, and growing and growing and growing, however you want to. And then one arm grows, one branch out, however your branch wants to be. If it just wants to reach out and be straight out, or if it wants to have some angles or bends in it, that's totally fine too. Then your other arm will join it, and it doesn't have to be the same. It could match it if you wanted to, or they could be different trees, or they could just be straight out or up. Your options are endless, and your imagination and creativity, let that shine through today. There's no right answer. It's just for your mind and your imagination and your creativity to grow your tree. So we're gonna grow our tree, one arm, one branch there. Then from there, that branch is gonna start to give life to other things, and it's gonna maybe kind of like a jellyfish would, like have that movement in space. So it's getting blown around by the wind, right? Blowing through the wind, maybe, boom. And then our other arm can join. And then we have this little chest, upper arm dance that kind of starts to happen. Yeah, and it can be more, because trees, obviously, they do blow and breeze and move in the wind, but it can be a little bit more liquid feeling, jelly, whatever type of like movement quality you want, or it could be very static and kind of stay in place, but just shift side to side. Then your tree branches will start to come back down the way they came in, and we'll go back into that little thing. You want to think of growing from a seed, right? So that's the idea, is that we start really tiny. We grow up through our tree branch, we get nice and tall, and then we sprout a branch. We sprout a branch somewhere else, and then we roll them back in. So this is going to be our imagination activity today. And then after this, we'll go into our last dance that we kind of always do. All right, here we go. Our tree branch dance. Tree branch dance. Say that 3 times fast. Wow. Tree branch dance. Tree branch dance. Tree branch. Nope. See, I messed it up. Where's our song at for today? There it is. Oh, nope, it disappeared on me. There we are. This is our tree branch growing dance. So really being that seed down. Start to slowly grow tall. Now one hand grows up big. One branch is formed. Other branch grows out. However you want your branches to be. Hold those branches strong and proud. Now let them blow in the wind. Move around a little bit more if they want. Now get those branches pretty strong again. Out. From one branch in, nice and in. Other branch comes in. We go back into our seed, down. Our seed regrows again, we come back up.
Hold me close and hold me fast.
Nice and tall, through your spine, through your head, reach your arm out, out.
This is love.
Other arm, out. Hold it strong and proud.
You kiss me, heaven sighs.
Your tree sways in the breeze.
I see love and rose.
Let that tree sway.
When you press me to your heart, and in a world
Strong and proud tree growing even more. Get taller. One tree
and when
branch
you
in.
speak, angels sing from above.
Other tree branch comes in.
Everyday word seems to turn into love songs.
That's all before we shrink up.
Your heart and soul
Shrink
to
it
me,
down.
and life will always be la vie en rose.
That's time. Now. The music and down. Oh, nice and tall. Good. Awesome tree branch dance. Awesome tree branch dance. Okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go through our Ain't No Mountain High Enough dance. So we have hands are gonna come up. We're gonna do a beginning to this today. And I know we did a while ago, but I kind of changed it up in my brain. So we're gonna go back and do the beginning in a second. But let's go through the chorus. So our hands are gonna rise up at the same time. And you can dance through all of this. So this itself is just dancing, but if you want to have more fun and inflection and your own personality, let your body feel the music and reach it up. So we have ain't no mountain high enough. We reach down. Ain't no valley low enough. We come to our shoulder. Ain't no river. We open our hands up wide. Wide enough. You're going to point to the camera you're going to point to yourself first. To keep me from getting to you, babe. Then your hand's going to reach across. And we come over top. Boom. We repeat that 3 more times. Switching sides. Hand crosses and over, hand crosses and over. Painting a big picture. For me, it's a rainbow or clouds in the sky. When I cross, I really reach that arm, I go over. I also give myself support by grounding my feet into the floor and touching into the chair. This is going to be done standing or seated today. We're going to do a standing version here in a second. So reaching over 4 times. That was me going fast. And then you point anywhere you want in the room. If you've got somebody with you, you can point to your friends. If not, you can point at me in the camera. Point and down and then point somewhere different. And down, point somewhere different. And down and point and down. That's the base of it, right? Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. Then we do our rainbow arms. Rainbow arms 4 times. 2, 3, 4. Point anywhere you want. To me, to a friend, to a loved one, to a relative. Point in, point out, and in, point out, and in, point anywhere you want. And then we're going to go. Yep, that's that. Okay, cool. Now, let's do a little bit of a beginning for us today. So this can be done seated or standing. I'm going to show the standing version. So, I got to move my camera slightly. Sorry about that. You're going to start with your hands. They're going to be down by their sides. They're going to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like you're rolling your hands like you got dough and you're trying to make, or Play-Doh, and you're trying to make it a ball. Roll your hands up your sides, and they're going to come out, and then they're going to come elbows in and down. So we have this like bird flying sensation. Roll out and down. Again, you go roll it. I'm rolling the shirt up on accident. Roll it up and out and down. Then from there, you have your arms are going to extend nice and wide into this T position. And you're going to do a little step touch. Step together. Step together. My hands can slowly melt down like a candle. So we have 1, 2, and 3, 4. Melt them down. And you'll repeat that. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Then they come out to that wings one more time. Wings out. We step out. And any way you want, your hands will melt. And then we'll get to the chorus. It'll go, ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you. Then we rainbow arm, and then we do some repeats. All right, let's try it with music. Ready?
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough
To keep me from getting to you, baby. Remember the day I set you free. I told you you could always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow. I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow. Oh, baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. Oh, no, darling.
No wind, no rain, or winter's cold can stop me, baby.
No, no, baby.
'Cause you are
If you're ever
my
in trouble, I'll be there on the double. Just send for me, oh, baby.
My love is alive, way down in my heart, although we are miles apart.
If you ever need a helping hand, I'll be there on the double. Just as fast as I can. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough? Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough.
Keep me from getting to you, baby. Don't you know that there
Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough. Ain't no mountain high enough.
Point one. That's 2 points. Out and in, out and together. Good job. Next song's probably gonna start playing. That's okay.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
So that ain't no mountain high enough is kind of our staple. I don't think we did it last week. I'm trying to remember, but that's our staple dance. That's the one that we're always going to come back to. That should always feel good. Have a little bit memory in yourself for that. We're going to do a little rub down, little self massage to end class today. We might end a hair early today just because I have somewhere I need to be. But that's totally fine. All right, here we go. Following along, a little cool down, starting from our head all the way through our shoulders. Give ourselves a little shoulder rub. Little lovely day, Bill Withers. Here we go. Standing or seated. Start with a little rock.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes,
Bend down.
and something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind.
Side to side.
Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me.
Look in your head.
Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me
Bring him back down.
seems impossible to face,
Right then, eagle arm out.
when someone else instead of me
And in.
always seems to know the way,
That's the going.
then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you,
Roll your
and
shoulders.
I know it's gonna be a lovely day. when the day that lies ahead of me
Your chest.
seemed impossible to face.
Press the other side.
And when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way,
Tummy.
then I look at you and the world's alright
Down all the
with me.
way to your back.
I just one look at you and I know it's gonna be
Little
a lovely day.
Take a deep breath in. Take some deep breaths with me. Let's put one hand on our heart, one hand on our belly to finish class for today, finding some nice breath together. In and out on your own tempo. And exhale when you can. Again, inhale on your own timing. And exhale. One more, inhale. Little rub in your chest and your belly. Exhale on your own time. Let that chin nod into your chest, a gentle contraction down. Visualizing the things that you're going to do today, visualizing the people you're going to see, visualizing a lovely day. It's a thankful Thursday. Maybe you're staying at home today and you don't have much to do. That's okay. Maybe you have a lot of plans. I want you to visualize yourself completing all the tasks that you have set aside for today. Good. All right, everybody. We're going to end a little bit early, just about 5 minutes. I really appreciate you all today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And then I hope